It's in the game.
A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. The Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Penn State's offense will get the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible.
Turning it on! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bannon. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The give to the single back. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Fitted in the window for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
So the Ole Miss Rebels offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
And it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It out of the air. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll try the run, and the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball move.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The play action fake. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Quick step and go. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running to the left. Thrust that arm out. Gets it past the marker. Up to 45 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. And he takes it in for the score.
This offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Here's the pressure. Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
A nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Give to the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Wants to go up top. Still on his feet. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Past the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Defense showing blitz here. Rides to the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. To the ground with the back. He now has 61 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running into the open space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the wide
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that one.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires complete on the crosser. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Look out, he's got room.
Return brings it out to the 40. And your Penn State Nittany Lions will take over. First and
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their...
Sent it downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Past the 40. There he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Getting to the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. And the Rebels will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Quarterback just held that too long on a third down play, and the sack will force the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Quarterback making adjustments. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
37, Ole Miss 10.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He now has 62 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Cummings. Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Cummings. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Quarterback making checks. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. Finding
touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's got an open man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Quick release by the QB. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. And it's a fumble on the play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Penn State, 51, Ole Miss, 10.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. They'll move the tight end. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Caught behind the line. It's Bannon. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants...
Headed to the end zone, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking for room. It's Slade. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And this young true freshman, he's got to keep his composure here because he can smell his first collegiate touchdown is right on the horizon. His eyes are getting big. Ball secure.
They fake it, and he's on the run. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pressure in his face and he lets it fly.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Rushes on him. Grab near the marker. It's Terrell.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll give it to the back. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He'll do it himself. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll try the counter. Hard running there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Soft spot in the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. The lone back's got it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the tailback. Past the first down marker and still running. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.